talk about partition in today's picture, we only remember that violence which occurred in and across that time. Total number of lives, approximately 2 million lives were lost in this violence in both the sides of the border. These are priceless lives, people who were not able to save their families, people who were not able to save their children, people who were not able to save their own parents. This hostility gave the birth of one of the biggest elements which is still driving these two countries, and that is suspicion, suspicion, and suspicion. And this is the biggest ingredient. Even after 50 years of independence, that we are still fighting with our neighboring country, Pakistan.
With the Karachi CI Araf Pashtun Sufi from the northwest frontier. Many writers persuasively blamed the British for the gradual erosion of these shared traditions. As Alex von Tunzelman observes in her history, Indian summer, when the British started to define communities based on religious identity and attach political representation to them, many Indians stopped accepting the diversity of their own thoughts and began to ask themselves in which of the boxes they belonged. Indeed, the British scholar Wasim Khan, in her acclaimed history, The Great Partition, judges the partition stands testament out to the follies of empire, which ruptures community evolution, distorts historical trajectories, and forces violent state formation from societies that would otherwise have taken different and unknowable paths.
According to historical record, the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) had served as the central bank for Pakistan in its formative months until December 1947. Now, how many died in the partition of India? 4,000 people. The next day, Hindus struck back and the violence continued for 3 days, in which approximately 4,000 people died, according to official accounts, both Hindus and Muslim. Why was Punjab divided? So these are the questions now. So following widespread religious violences in 1947, the Punjab province of British India was divided along religious lines into West Punjab and East Punjab. The West Punjab became part of the Muslim majority Pakistan, while the East Punjab became part of the Hindu majority India. So guys, remember what exactly happened in this situation. It became a Muslim majority was of Pakistan, where East Punjab became the part of Hindu majority India.
Partition, an idea first proposed by India's Muslims, would be the only way to ensure a safe and secure region. India needed to be separated because it had ended up as a massive, sprawling empire. During the partition of India, violence against women was an extensive situation. The main spokesperson for the partition was Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Partition triggered riots, mass casualties, and a colossal wave of migration.
Mukherjee, who was president of the Akhil Bharatiya Hindu Mahasabha between 1943 and 1946, was one of the strongest voices to have opposed the United Bengal plan of the Bengal Provincial Muslim League leader and Prime Minister of Bengal, Hussain Shahid Suhrawardy, as per which Bengal would be a separate nation independent from both India and Pakistan.
They mooted the idea of a united and independent Bengal and obtained support from a handful of Hindu leaders like Sharat Chandra Bose. The same Suhrawardy who facilitated the Calcutta and Noakhali riots had a blood of tens of thousands of Hindus on his hands and formulated anti-Hindu policies and allowed Muslims to kill, rape, loot and forcibly convert Hindus, suddenly turned a votary of Hindu-Muslim unity and advocated the idea of a united and sovereign Bengal. Mukherjee saw through this game and opposed it vehemently. Suhrawardy, he rightly argued, would ultimately merge such a united Bengal with Pakistan.
Now, how did India become poor? Families and disease killed millions each time after India gained its independence in 1947. Mass deaths from families were prevented since 1991. Rapid economic growth has led to sharp reduction in extreme poverty in India. However, those above the poverty line live a fragile economic life. So this is the real fact, what exactly happened during the partition of India and Pakistan. So guys, you all know that how these things happened, right? In the previous episodes we have definitely heard like a lot of speakers and a lot of speeches and lot of real facts what exactly happens. So beyond this is the real fact, another fact that actually came. So that's all from my end today guys. We will be ending up today over here. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.